Uh, oh man, dude. Oh. What is going on? Hi, how are you? I'm good. I just posted a video for best sexy summer fragrances. So y'all go check that out. I made that video because I've been going on live a lot recently, and I'm always getting the comments of best summer fragrance, best summer fragrance, best summer fragrance. So I'm like, let me make a video. So if you want to see that, it's on my channel. On my channel. How's it going, Chris? One of my favorite reviewers. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How you doing? Hey, hey, how's it going? How's it going? How's it hanging, y'all? It's a beautiful day today. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Thanks for watching it. The next video I'll probably do... Man, I've been getting... These are the most popular questions I'm getting. Is best summer fragrances, sexiest fragrances, and biggest compliment getters. So listen, I know before people used to get really upset when I would make videos on like, oh, these are the best for that, and like they're like, you keep talking about the same scents, and I understand, right? When things get repetitive, but it's like those are the type of videos people want to see, you know? So I'll still be doing my niche fragrance unboxings and designer unboxings when I get my hands on them, but I also want to give y'all what you want to see, you know? So I hope that's hopeful. What's the meaning of life? That's my question. Life's what you make it. So let's make it rock. That's what I'm going to say. Hey, how's it going? Hi from France. Hello. You're the reason I can't stop wearing Jet Black Reserve. That is my favorite scent from Michael Malone. I will say I haven't pulled for it recently, but you can't deny the greatness. You really can't. And if you guys have any other video recommendations you want to see, the ones that I haven't mentioned yet, put that in the comment section here. All right, because sexiest fragrances, biggest compliment getters, those are the ones that I get asked about a lot. So I'm going to kind of throw it back to how I did it earlier in this channel where I was talking about that sort of stuff. Because for a minute, for a while, for like this past like 6 months or so, I kind of plateaued because I'm like, you know what, people are getting sick of that. I'll just talk about new stuff. But the thing is, people want to know. So I'm going to stop listening to the haters because they're never going to be satisfied. And I'm going to just do what I want to do and things that y'all want to see. So, okay, you want me to talk about best citrus fragrances? Okay, I mean, it's kind of like the summer one, but if you're specific to citrus, I could do that. Where can I send you samples? Ooh, DM me on Instagram, and I will send you my P.O. box. How's it going, Max? Man, been a long time since I've seen you, dude. Updated thoughts on Green Irish Sweet? I still like it. Love your video on the Sopranos jewelry chains. Love Tony's setup. Thank you so much. I am so happy somebody here said that because I was gushing about the jewelry on that show. And you know what? I actually had somewhat of a crisis a couple days ago with, because for me, like I've said, creature of habit, right? I like having a signature piece, signature scent, all of that. And I was wearing my Heavy Link and I'm like, I like this, but I kind of want, I don't know if it seemed as me, right? It's not as versatile of a chain. So that's why I threw this one on. And I still have my St. Christopher pendant necklace that I do love to wear, but for some reason there's just something sexy to me about the chains that are higher up that kind of sit on your collarbone. I don't know, something about them that just hit different. It's so late. Is it where you're in Paris, right? It's like maybe 2 p.m. here. So how big of a bottle of Tom Ford Oud Wood would you recommend? I haven't seen the 100 mLs. I've only seen the 50. So I could try the 50, see how you like that. Have I done any reviews on Tom Ford clones? Yes, I did. I made reviews of Armoth, like the Nuit de l'Homme Intense for women and the Intense for men. Man, this is the third day in a row people are asking me about LV Imagination. Is it trending? Nobody has been answering this question. Is it like super popular right now? Because I only tried that like last year, and the thing is, I found it very forgettable. I found it to be a very forgettable fragrance. Yes, sexy fragrances. Please do it again with your sister and Gabrielle. Oh, I'm single now. I am single, but you know it's all good, all good. Uh, trust you 100%. Would like to know your opinion on Oolong Cha. I like Oolong Cha. It's not something I would personally wear, but it's definitely a fragrance I would recommend. It's a really good like. It's a tea scent, but it smells like you're underneath a lemon tree. I know there's a fragrance called Under the Lemon Tree by Maison Margiela, but that fragrance Oolong Cha just reminds me of drinking lemonade under a lemon tree on a hot day while reading a book. What do you think the future price of gold and silver would be? Oh man, it's always going to be going up. It is always going to be going up. I can't even say. I can't say off the top of my head. Favorite fragrance reviewer on YouTube? Me! Honestly, I don't watch other fragrance reviewers. I only kind of see what I'm doing, so I guess that kind of answers that question. But I send lots of love to anybody in the game, whether you have millions of subscribers or if you've got 10 subscribers. If you're somebody that is confident enough to post a video of yourself online with your opinion, no matter if it's gonna wreck hat, like, you know what I mean? People are gonna get pissed off because you have a different opinion, then I applaud anybody willing to do that. Thank you. Thank you. Best bubblegum scent to wear? Honestly, the first one that came to my mind was like Invictus by Paco Rabanne. That's more of a masculine fragrance. Well, actually, it's marketed as masculine, but there have been women that have messaged me saying that they wear it. So it could be a skin chemistry thing, but have I seen Oppenheimer? No, I haven't, but I'm not, I mean, if it comes out for free, sure. I would much rather go watch Barbie, personally. And the thing is, honestly, I feel like Oppenheimer, this is just my take, it would not have been as popular if it didn't come out the same day as Barbie. I think the fact that Barbie's popularity skyrocketed and then it was, you know, the girls were going wild. So whenever that happens and girls go absolutely happy for something, guys are like, well, we need something to cling to too. So Oppenheimer released the same day, and that's why, like, I feel like if Barbie did not come out that day, Oppenheimer, like, people would not be talking about it the same way they are. Also wanted to say I usually watch these lives after they're posted and really enjoy them. Thank you. Thanks, Caleb. You're a real one, bro. Because I see you in my comment section. I think, yeah, I see you pretty often in my comment section, and I really do appreciate, like, people like you that comment, that are just like, hey, like, you know, showing love and stuff like that. It really is appreciated. Damn, it's midnight. It's midnight. Recommend perfumes like Prada Luna Rossa Black. Not at the top of my head. That is a pretty unique designer fragrance, and I like it. I really do. Have I tried Electimus Imperium? I have. Okay, it's an Aventus Ani combo. I don't like that fragrance. I don't. What is the link on your chain called? This one is from Monet. It's called the Narrow Flat Curb, but it's not as paper thin as a flat curb is. In fact, it's pretty heavy for what I was expecting. It's like 2.3 milliliters, but really, really dope. I like it, but Monet like pisses me off with their referral program because there's been so many people that have used my thing for it. And I was like, great, now I can get a new piece. And then Monet's like, actually, you can only get a discount of $55 max because like of like all these other things. I'm like, why can't I use the everything? And they're like, I don't know why. I think somebody was maybe trying to scam them before with it, but I'm like with the shipping and the tax, like that's already an extra $100-something on top of the piece. You're telling me this doesn't even, like, my referrals can't even cover the shipping, so that pissed me off, so I haven't really used them. You love being single. Prefer the low-key setup. Gonna order flat curbs soon. Oh, what's the millimeter? What are you going for? That's awesome. How many loose samples do you have to try? I love the trying 3 to 6 samples videos. Oh, I gotta do more of those. I have a sample box. Oh man, I can't tell. Maybe 70? Probably more than 70. Some of them are already empty, so I do have to empty them. I throw them out. But maybe I should do that again, where I just like get my sample box and then just randomly pick a scent and then just go. Have you considered doing videos on fashion in general? I think looking good is as important as smelling good. You know what? I have thought about it, but there's two things that are stopping me. Number one, I am not a fashionista. I am very simple in terms of like I'm that type of person that's like if I have a white tank top or a black tank top and like a pair of pants, I'm flying like that, or like a white shirt. That is it. I'm not as experimental with fashion. The second reason is the fashion gurus are really like, with my videos, y'all see there's no editing going on. You see my mess ups, you see my stuttering, all of that in that video. I don't edit anything out. And with fashion, you kind of have to, because you can't have your audience wait while you get off camera and try on clothes, and you also can't get like naked in front of them. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. They put in a lot of work. But you know what? I see that smelling good is as important as looking good. I think that in terms of attraction, for sure, like what will catch someone's attention if they're just on their phone and you walk by is that smell. And when they look up and they see you and you look great, that's just another added bonus. Thanks for clarifying. 4 live streams in a week definitely had me feeling you must be single. Come on, wow. No, honestly, the thing is, I was always like, I told myself this recently because I've been getting these same exact questions for like the past month or so on all of my platforms. And I'm like, you know what? I need to hit back on my live streams, because when I would do my live streams, I wouldn't get the same redundant questions because people get the questions answered. They would always DM me and be in my comment section with the videos I post, but I can't get to every single comment like I used to because of how my platform has grown. And again, this is all my platforms. So I'm like, the best way to minimize that is to be on lives so that people get my answers as fast as possible. So this is something that I'm doing extra. It's not like, oh, I have this free time, I'm going to use this. Like, I have specifically made time for these lives because I think it's important to engage with your community. And I haven't tried Jasada Ambassador Men. I cannot stop by and Cuban links. I know you have quite a few. So Montrese, the ones that I have, well, I have one from Luke Zion Jewelry, which is a sterling silver one, but the other ones are plated pieces from Jackson. I have not touched them ever since I got into solid jewelry, but shoot, yeah, if you rock solid gold Cuban links, that's awesome. Please get Rosendo Mateo number 5. Cool. I'm not really a fan of layering sweet scents, so I haven't layered Naxos and Leighton. I think they're both such, like, they are such, like, strong individualistic scents. That comment gave me the ick. Ew. Don't like strong scents. I hate, ew. That's gross. Is there a fruit, food, or herb you wish someone would make a fragrance based around? I do have one in mind, but honestly, I want to say it, but at the same time, if I create my own fragrance, I have an idea of what kind of fresh scent I want. And if you're Filipino, you know exactly the citrus that I'm talking about. It's very prominent in our community, and let me tell you, there was one day that my nanay, she was making that, like, this fruit juice of this very specific Filipino fruit, and like, or she wasn't making the juice, she was just juicing it, like taking out the juice from it, like 20 of them. I came downstairs and I just, like, the whole house smelled like it, and I was like, oh, this is so nostalgic to me. So I can't say. I mean, Oppenheimer's made by Nolan, so that's a big factor too. I mean, yeah, but I still feel like it's not as, like, it still wouldn't be as big. I get people, guys love Christopher Nolan, but still, I think the fact that there was that crossover with Barbie, you know, kind of having that sort of neck and neck. People are doing the Barbieheimer, you know what I mean? It's like getting a 2-for-1. So, like, yeah, sure, it could still be talked about, but not to the level that it is right now. Armani Code. I haven't tried the Parfum. I like Prada L'Homme. Yes, I do. I am single. So I don't have, yeah, I cannot answer that question, no. What's your opinion about the fragrance community? I love the fragrance community. Of course, there's always going to be like an underlying thing that, or there's things I don't like about it. But what I do love about it is you got people that all have different interests with things and they come together because they collectively want to smell good, or maybe not even smell good, but just, you know, experiment with new things. I think it's cool. I think that is awesome. Like, even with this small community that I have here on YouTube, I have people subscribe to me that hate the fragrances I love, and they love watching the videos of the fragrances I hate because they're like, Melissa, I love the way you describe things. I know when you love something, I'm not gonna like it. So I look forward to your I don't like these scents videos because those are the ones I wanna buy. And to me, that's what it's about. Instead of people just like enforcing like, oh, I don't see how people like this scent, it's so basic, and trying to like not understand that things are subjective. You know how there's people that are just like so set in their ways that they are not even open-minded enough to see how anybody else could like it, right? That is just the exact opposite example of just embracing that, oh yeah, we all like different things and I like the way you explain it, so I'm gonna watch your videos. I love that. That is so refreshing to me. Yes, Macdo. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Melissa. Have I tried Montauk Starry Nights? I have not. Is there a number limit with the amount of fragrances you'll ever collect at one time? And if so, how many and why? I never really thought about that before. I mean, I'm always open to more, but it's like to try and stuff. But like I've said to y'all, there's only about 3 fragrances that I am constantly rotating in between. So I'm not somebody that has a hard time picking what I want to wear because I know my favorites. You know, is Spice Bomb the same kind of spicy as Sauvage EDP? Um, it packs more of a punch in my opinion. Sauvage EDP is pretty smooth. I think the EDT is definitely more peppery. You said you're single. What happened? How do you feel? I feel, you know, I feel good. I'm gonna keep what happened between her and I. I'm not really gonna get into that, but let's see. Raven Tonka. Ooh, I have not. Will you buy the Elysium clone if you don't re-up before you run out? The clone? No, I love the Parfum cologne. Is that what you mean? Because yes, I want another one of the blue bottles for sure. Hey, how's it going? This person is just so like, ew. I can't. I literally can't. I don't like when straight men have opinions on things like lesbian relationships when they have no idea. Sexiest men fragrance ever? I don't know. The only 2 scents that I compliment on a consistent basis with guys are Percival and Blue Agave. My dad wears Percival. My cousin's boyfriend wears Blue Agave. I gave my sister's boyfriend Armani Code, but it's not much of a summery fragrance, right? So those are good, good masculine scents for sure. Was thinking about going for a 3mm flat curb. Oh, those are nice. I have a video on my channel about a 3mm flat curb I got from Hawaii Rope Chains, in case you want to check that out. But what kind of purity are you going for? Because this might be a question for you or anybody that knows this. I want to see an 18 karat flat curb because I'm interested in that, but nobody has any videos. The 14 karat looks definitely not as yellowy as I would want it to be, so I'm thinking 18 karat, but there's literally no pictures, even online. It's just like ridiculous. I want Blue Agave. It bangs. Love your channel. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Thanks for answering. I saw an older fragrance video which smells like pineapples. Oh, yeah, there's a few. So when I said Elysium, and I had to correct my answer with this, because when I said Elysium smelled like pineapples, I meant on my skin. And I say that, I try to disclose that in all my videos, that I'm like, on my skin, lemon pineapple cocktail. But it's a juniper berry grapefruit fragrance if you want to go note-wise. Aventus does have pineapple in it. Lamar is my favorite sweet pineapple fragrance. Facts. if you had to pick one, what would you buy? I don't know. It depends. Both will be okay. Both will be okay. I don't have a preference. No, I have not. Wow, congrats. 14 years to you and your spouse. That's awesome. Hey Melissa, how are you? What do you do with the rest of the fragrances that you don't use? I use them for my videos. I use them for my videos. So whenever you guys see me make a video on like best or like fragrances I don't like, right? I'm like, okay, you know what? These. So I have the bottle to showcase to you. So I keep them around. Sometimes there's people that in my personal life that are having some sort of celebration. I'm like, you know what? This fragrance fits them. So I gift them the fragrance. To be honest, you're one of my favorite frag channels next to Curly. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. I have tried Ojon. I have. Thoughts on layering scents in general, personally not a fan. Yeah, Colin, I agree and disagree. There are some scents, like I've been loving layering Aqua Oud and Blue Agave. But lately with sweet scents, I don't really care to do it, you know? I don't know if you heard my answer, but I answered this a couple times already. I haven't tried Starry Nights. So please listen to what I'm saying so that, you know, it's not being spammed. But yes, I don't. I haven't tried that. Yes, ma'am, solid gold Cuban links. I'm a big fan of Rapper. Now I started buying them years ago. That's dope. I think Cuban links look great as a bracelet. Of course, as just a full-on chain too. But I feel like, I don't know, sometimes, but this is with big chains in general, they come across pretty tacky to me. Like, and also the situation, I feel like people don't play the situations as well, like wearing like a 11 millimeter Cuban link at a McDonald's, and there's no hate to that, but it doesn't, it comes across different. You know what I mean? You guys are awesome. You guys are honest. I mean, awesome. And yes, I do my best to keep it honest. That's what I wanted to say. Favorite videos are the ones you mentioned, which masculine scents females can still rock in while not reducing their femininity. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, no, I think that it's just, at the end of the day, it's a perfume, all right? It's like smelly juice, smelly water, right? And when you think of it in that way, it kind of sounds ridiculous when they say like, no, that smelly water's only for men or for women. Like it's just like, it's like a pair of pants. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you want to wear it, you can wear it. And no one, like maybe people online that have issues with everything will hate on it. You know how those trolls are, but those are the same type of people that in person, they're like this. They can't even make eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Which is why whenever I see like trolls on my channel, on anybody else's, like in any comment section, like these people only act bold online because they can't do it in person. Anybody that's very secure in themselves doesn't really have time or doesn't take the energy to try to make somebody feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Let's see, thoughts on Vetiver Parfum. I haven't tried that. Huh. Oh my gosh, I answered that already. No, I have not. What I think of Baldy Afrique, I don't like it. It smells sweaty to me. And that's not just on my skin, that's in the air. Smell Creative Ventus, couldn't stand it. Read online, very hit and miss. Do you get the old man smell I got? It doesn't smell old manish to me, but there is a smokiness that plays on throughout the fragrance, which adds a complexity to it, which is what makes it hit or miss. All right, so for all those people that love complexity, they will love Creative Ventus because of the smoky note, and then it plays to that mass appealing fresh pineapple that it made popular, right? For me, I much rather prefer Ventus Cologne because it takes out that smoky note, or it's not as prominent, you know? Have I tried Angel Share by Kilian? Yes, I have. And I like it. I do like it. What's my current rotation? Aqua Oud. It's only been Aqua Oud these past 2 weeks because it's been hot. But if I were to just like lay it all out, Aqua Oud within the first 6 months before July, Elysium, and then occasionally at nighttime, Dior Homme. So these are like the 3 I've been rotating with. But because Aqua Oud also works at nighttime, and it's very long lasting, I haven't been touching Elysium lately. But I still love Elysium. It's great. Molecules. Molecula 1, fantastic. It's more pure Havana in the dry down. Which one? I don't like Noir Extreme. Make a video with all your favorite layering combos. Okay, it might be a short video. I'll tell you right now. Aqua Oud and Blue Agave, great combo. Elysium and Oud Wood, pretty good combo. And anything with Molecula 1, good combo. Edition Blanche, oh yeah, Edition Blanche is great. That's my favorite Chanel fragrance. What's my favorite food? You just had pho. Oh, pho is so good, Amy. My favorite food's Filipino food in general. I love sinigang. I love, like, tinola, of course. I love adobong pusit. I love a very wide range. I love Filipino food. I blind bought the lean after watching a review, and my boyfriend went absolutely feral when I wore it for the first time. Thank you really for that. You're welcome. You are welcome. Yo, I know that when I make a video and I put something like sexy fragrances that get feral reactions, most people are thinking in their heads, right? They're like, okay, she's saying that to really dramatize the point. I am not playing. Every fragrance that I put in videos like that, I myself have personally experienced. Okay, so whenever people come back and they're like shocked, oh wow, it actually did get that reaction. It's like, yeah, that's why I put it in the title. You know what I mean? So it's always funny. I'll get comments from people sometimes that are like, you're lying, you're dramatizing stuff. You don't get compliments like that. And it's like, okay, I can't force everyone to believe me. People are gonna be naysayers to begin with, but I don't lie about that experience. If the fragrance didn't get that type of reaction, I'm not putting it in the video. There's no need for me to do that. So, but the thing is, if I make more videos like that, I'm probably gonna be pissed because there's gonna be maybe 3 brands that are in it. It's gonna just straight up be like Elysium from Raja, maybe Raja fragrances, Precious Liquid, and Parfums de Marly. Those are gonna be the only ones in there, and then some of the designer ones maybe. But let's see. Now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen an 18 karat flat curb either. Initially 14. I want to know that because 18 would be like perfect. But the thing is, this is like before. Sometimes like when I look at it, I can't really notice it, but with other people, they're like, "Oh, I love your piece. It looks so nice." So I guess it's still noticeable in a way. Coco Mademoiselle is not my favorite. You're great, Melissa. Love your vibe. Thank you. Your honesty and knowledge. Universe will send you exactly what you need, my friend. I appreciate that. And I'm sending you all that back to you as well. Let's level up together, you know? Carlos smells like Man in Black, and I can't remember the other one. Okay. Which is better, Jikoji or Hawaii rope chains? Price-wise, Hawaii rope chains, but I know Jikoji has a lot of options as well. Now, you can always ask Hawaii rope chains, because it's a one-man show over there. You can always ask him, be like, hey, can I get this piece? Like, I don't see it on your website. And he'll probably ask you for some sort of security deposit of like maybe $100. So if you're trying to save, that's great too. And the thing is, you don't pay like, I think he does like free shipping and stuff. So again, if you want to save, go Hawaii rope chains. If you don't mind, like Jikoji is also good too. Is it safe to say your goal being a fragrance reviewer is to put out you own fragrance like others? Is to put out that you own fragrance like others? No, correct me if I'm answering your question correctly, but no, my goal as a fragrance reviewer isn't to say like, oh, I have other things that other people have, or no, to put out my own fragrance like others. No, I mean, it wasn't my initial reason. I think that it would be like a dream to release my own fragrance. Absolutely, like that would be awesome. But it wasn't my initial goal of creating a fragrance channel was to make my own fragrance. But the more my following has been growing and the more people have been asking, yeah, that'd be cool. Kajal Mas. I haven't tried the second one. No. Is there a designer fragrance that makes feral reactions? Ugh, Versace Bright Crystal. That drives me up the wall. Like, I love that scent so much. Do I buy the one, EDP, La Nuit de l'Homme? I like La Nuit better, personally. I like it better, but the one will still get you a lot of compliments. I want quality. Koji Hawaii rope chains. I hate when you speak about cheaper. I'm concerned about quality and durability. It's the same. It's the same. I won't talk about what's cheaper then, but literally they get their chains from like the same places. They're imported from the same place. If there's chains that you get on the used section of Hawaii rope chains that are from Jikoji, you know what I mean? So either, really, if you don't care about price point, just either. Like, they will both ship to you in like a day or two. So there's not really much of a difference. I would buy it straight away. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Would you ever become a perfumer or have a perfumer make a fragrance for you? Hell yeah. I don't know if I would become a perfumer, but I would love to, like, if there was a perfumer. Like, honestly, my dream perfumer, probably Richard Herbin. He's the guy that does Precious Liquids, and the fact that I love a lot of his scents, and he's the one that made Oud Wood. He's what made Oud tolerable for me. That would be the guy. If I could just be like, hey, like, can you make my fragrance? And he says, yeah, sure, I'll make you fragrance. Like, that would be dope. That'd be really cool. I love the chain bids. Thank you, man. I love that. I love the people on here that are here for the chains. Let's see. What's this nice, sexy summer scent you can recommend other than Elysium? Go watch my new video. I literally just put out a video that says best sexy summer fragrances. So go watch that if you want. Is there a fragrance that reminds you of your childhood? Cool Water by Davidoff was the first perfume that I was gifted. It was like this very small bottle of it. My aunt and uncle gave it to me. So that reminds me of my childhood. Yeah. Well, not childhood. That's like 13. In terms of childhood, you know, my dad would wear this, it's like the red bottle, but it's like a circular one. What is that brand? I've mentioned it before. It's a little similar to La Mansite by Louis Vuitton for me. I swear I can't remember. Damn. Slipped my mind. Is Turkish cut chains, bracelets still a thing or no? I haven't heard that, but again, I'm fairly new to this game. Haven't been into it for a very long time, so I know the very common stuff like the rope chains, the Cubans, Francos, Figaros, flat curbs, Mariners, that type of stuff. I have not tried Pacific Chill. I feel like the 24K medallions from Monet, I believe, are so affordable. I was looking at them today and I'm trying to cop. Yeah. No, they're great. They're great. I have the Phoenix Rising and the St. Christopher. The St. Christopher, the one I got was 0.5 grams heavier than what was listed on the website. So I was stoked. I was like expecting maybe like 6.1, or I think it was 0.7. I was expecting 6.1, 6.2 grams. It came back at like 6.9, something like that. I was like, oh shoot. Okay. I feel like, oh nope. Aroscaldo, yeah. I love Aroscaldo. Do you recommend Fougere fragrances or have that vibe? Damn. For a while, I knew what Fougere was, but I completely blanked. What does that mean? What's your sister's favorite fragrance these days? I remember it was Carlisle. Trying for Bacchus. No. Jared, I just posted a video with my sister 2 days ago. The two that she tried, and even after we had that conversation, like her favorite masculine fragrance, not the one she's wearing, is Blue Agave, the new Blue Agave. That one, in case you didn't watch the video, I will tell you that she's like, I don't think sexy is, she's like, sexy sounds like too childish of a word to describe this fragrance. She's like, it's like, it's levels above that, you know. She's like, it'd be disrespectful to call something like Blue Agave sexy because that's so, it's not, you can't even put it into words, you know what I mean? So she loved that. She's like, if I smell this on a man, like, That's Silent Luxury. He's got it together. He's just super attractive. Like, she's all about that. With Carlisle, she hasn't smelled it in a minute because also it's hot where we live. It's like really hot. So with Blue Agave, it's a fresh fragrance, performs over 8 hours, and does well in cold weather too. Thinking about buying Imagination. I don't like... Imagination is forgettable. Greenlee, I don't like. Roja Elysium. That I like Elysium. It's really nice how they have the price of gold on their website. I want the Phoenix Rising. It looks dope. Yeah, that is a sick pendant. It is. I have a video on that one. I have, you know, if you watch my video, I have a discount code there for like $5 off. I mean, it's $5, but still, like, it's gold at the end of the day, so you want to save what you can, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's the part of their referral program. Which Stronger With You do you prefer? Maybe the original. Don't really remember intensely as much. Spice Bomb Extreme valid? Absolutely, it's valid. Green Irish Tweed for an 18-year-old. You can, but it doesn't scream 18-year-old. But you can. Silent Luxury is a great way to put it into words. Yeah, it's just like there's something like yummy. Again, it's sexy. It's just not the right word, but it is sexy. But it's like above that. You know what I mean? It's just like, what did she say? She's like, it reminds, she's like, you know, when you see like a hot businessman in a suit, I couldn't relate to this, but for her, she's like, when I see like a hot businessman in a suit, she's like, it's like sexy just isn't the word. She's like, that's just not the word, but there's something like, they're just so fine. You know what I mean? Like, that was similar to what she said. So I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying though. I get it. $5 is $5. See, for me, I'm all about that. Like, if somebody has a coupon code, any sort of thing, I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I don't need that. Run me that. Run me the coupon code. Run me all that sort of stuff. I love being helped in that sort of way, you know? Oh, thanks, Jared. I appreciate it. Brandon is in the house. Top 10 fragrances to while attending Eyes Wide Shut party. Bro. Let's place a bet right now. If I make that video, I guarantee everybody in this chat right now, if I make that video, you already know the fragrances I'm going to mention because they're the ones that I use. You're going to see a comment in that comment section that's like, you're obviously being paid out by Precious Liquid. And it's like, well, because I'm going to have a Precious Liquid, I'm going to have a couple Precious Liquid fragrances in there because my 1-2 punch right now is lethal. It is lethal. All right. So it's a banger. What is your favorite? Valentino has forgettable fragrances in my opinion. So I don't have a favorite. They're all just meh. Want to grab Blue Agave, but I don't know if it will be good in the winter or autumn considering where I live isn't the hottest. I honestly feel like it'll be good because the newer one doubled the concentration. With the older one, I would have told you that, yeah, it's more of a summer scent, but this one did not come to play. If a tree falls in a forest and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? Yes, because it fell in a forest. I've always found that question to be interesting. And then people will be so like they'll be like, oh my God, wow, that's true. If no one really hears it, did it really happen? Like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, you probably farted in your room just because nobody was around. Doesn't mean you didn't fart in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always a very easy answer for me. Do you have a live schedule? Honestly, Amy, I don't. I kind of do it when I find the time to do it. But I've been trying to do it every day. Fruity Tropical Smell for a Guy, Rejoice by Algabra. That's a good one. It's unisex. It'll smell good on a guy, smell good on a girl. If you have a significant other, don't be surprised if they themselves take it for themselves. All right? Is it just me, or is the LV overall overrated? There's a couple nice scents, but as a whole, I don't know. Whenever somebody asks, is it just me? I already know the answer is no. It's not just you. There's always people that think the same thing as you. You are not different. You know what I mean? Yes, like there are people that think that. And if you think it's overrated, then you think it's overrated. What are we gonna do, you know? Favorite inexpensive line. I have not bought a fragrance for more than $30. I don't have a favorite line. Because Mont Blanc was the first one that came to my head. But, like, I like Legend Spirit, but that's about it. So I'm not like, oh, yeah, this cheapy line, like, has real bangers. You know what I mean? Men's cologne for a dinner date. Something not loud. That's literally La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. That is La Nuit de l'Homme. Amy, what is the most exciting PR package you received? 2. The first was Elysium O Intense, and the second was the new batch of the Precious Liquid ones that came out. Now, Elysium Intense, I ended up not liking, but I was hyped. When I got that message from Raja and they're like, yeah, we'll send it to you, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I said, I can't wait. And I made my video, like I did my first impression with y'all, like, live. Well, not live. Well, it is live. Yes, it was live when I tried it. I posted that video. My face fell, bro. I was like, oh, I was so excited. And I think it was flipped with Precious Liquid because before they sent me their newer fragrances like Uzu Vetiver and Iced Juniper and stuff. And I didn't like those fragrances. So when they sent me these new ones, I was like, all right, probably going to be the same as those. You know what I mean? Like, probably not going to like them as much, but I loved them. 4 of them. The other 2 I still wasn't rocking with, but that's what happens. You can't win them all, you know. Any fragrance that has a dark, mysterious vibe that you recommend for wintertime. Black Phantom by Kilian. What's up? I only have $100 to spend on one fragrance. I don't know if I could buy... If I buy Blue Agave or La Nuit, well, you're going to have to get La Nuit because Blue Agave is much more than 100. So go buy La Nuit. Go get La Nuit. And I hope that if you're going for a versatile scent, choose something besides La Nuit, like Versace Versace Dylan Blue, the masculine one. Go get that one if you're going for versatility. If you're just going for date night fragrance, then yeah, get La Nuit. But don't be surprised when the performance isn't there, you know? I have not tried Hawas. Is it Rasasi Hawas? Yeah. I haven't tried that. I got Rubik's Cubes after your video. I love that. Dude, do I have mine? Oh my god, I do. I have it. I'm gonna mess this up while we're talking. Let's see. Do you think owning Tuscan leather and ombre leather would be redundant? Any other I mean, I don't like Tuscan leather. So, I mean, between the 2, I would go with ombre leather. But my favorite leather fragrance would probably be Black Saffron. But the leather's like in the background. Let's see, I messed it up. I'll solve this while we're talking. I'm not going to like rush it or anything. Have I tried Creed Millésime? I have. It's okay. It's okay. How you doing? I'm good, Antoine. How are you? You are an OG to this channel. Still, people till this day that I know in person, whenever they kind of check on my channel and stuff, they're like, that dude Antoine's a real one. I'm like, he is. He seriously is, because he's always in my channel like, Melissa, sending love, 1 mil on the way. And I'm just like, bro, you're the best. I'm good, man. How are you? I'll try and get Blue Agave. Need a signature scent that is unique and good. Oh, if you get Blue Agave, yes, you will get the type of reactions that you hear me talking about. Kayla C. Would you consider Joma Shop a reliable source? I have never gotten anything from Joma Shop. I've heard hit and miss things about that brand. I've had people say, oh, they're legit, and then I've had people say that I feel like I got scammed. So I think more of it is positive stuff. So just be cautious with it. But I wish I could give you that answer, but I really can't speak for it. Have I tried Azar fragrances? I have, and I don't really like them, to be honest. Got Cedrat Posé. So far, good results. I love that. Cedrat Posé is a true banger. It really is. It is a bangerang. Dang. Planning to go to Dallas. Her temp there was high. Mode traffic. Is salt and pepper viable for that temp? Yes. I think salt and pepper will still work in that environment. But in comparison to things like turquoise water and Blue Agave, those will do better. And then salt and pepper you can still wear, but also let's say when it's cooling down a bit and it's like an evening summery sort of time, that's where salt and pepper shines for sure. Have I tried the new Soulja Boy fragrance? Man, I've been getting so many questions about that scent. Is that like, what is going on, man? Like, is Soulja Boy like really marketing the hell out of this? Because so many people are like, Melissa, try Soulja Boy stuff. I hear about that more than his music. I haven't tried it. I have not tried it. So, what do you like better? Good Girl or Poison Girl? Good Girl. Oh, easy. Woo. Nice and chill. Cedrat Bosé got Feral Reacts. Oh, yeah. Yes. But again, I'm talking, the one I have is the screw cap version. I have not tried the newer magnetic cap version, so can't speak on that. A girl told me I smelled like an orange creamsicle when I wore Cedrat Bosé. That's interesting. Cool skin chemistry. You know what? Skin chemistry is huge. Is huge with that fragrance. Because I remember that for me, it was like this, it was still much more of a masculine fragrance, right? But on my sister, it went like super masculine, like aftershave-ish type of vibe. So that one's crazy. A fresh fragrance that works for day and night, what would you pick? The one I'm wearing is Aqua Oud. But I would say like Blue Agave would be a better like blind buy. Like that's just me. I think Aqua Oud is something maybe for the niche heads. For me, I find like it's been working great for me, but if you're straight going for mass appeal, you want that like all day-ish sort of scent and that still has that very attractive magnetic vibe, then go Blue Agave instead. Crank that, it slaps, but I just like, this is the most I heard of Soulja Boy. Is when he was one, dissing Drake, two, when Crank That Soulja Boy came out, and three, his fragrance. But he kind of just spawns in different times, you know? Yeah, I have more interest in trying more eccentric molecule fragrances. Saw a review of Soulja. It's good, but with a clone of Middle Eastern, $30-40 quality. It sold at, oh shit, it's a $200 fragrance. Soulja Boy came out with a banger. Okay, well, good for him. You have great skin. What do you use? Oh, thank you. I don't have cleanser right now, so I've been using Dove soap. I know it's bad, but that's what I've been doing. I would love to try Tigar. I haven't yet. You get Minute Maid vibes with Cedrat Bosé. That's crazy. I mean, wow. Thank you for your video on Rejoice Balgabra. It's a rounder, less screechy version of Herba Pura. That is how like, honestly, it is such a good fragrance, Rejoice. Like, that is like a heavenly scent. I think when I made a video on that, I said that it reminded me of the Greek gods on Mount Olympus. That's the type of fragrance Rejoice is. And I always remember the first time I smelled it, the guy that had that test strip that was working that place, he was like, this was at Scent Explorer. He's like, Melissa, he's like, this smell is out of this world. He's like, I'm about to take you out of this world, right? So I'm like, all right, okay. But, and I think there's a video of me like trying it for the first time, but everybody else at Scent Explorer was saying that. They're like, oh, you gotta try this. And I'd smell it, go, eh. But with Rejoice, man, I can admit when I'm wrong. My expectations for that were to be like everything else, but I was like, oh, he's not playing. This is some good juice. It was some good juice. Hello, watching from the Philippines here. Oh, shout out. A lot of love to the Philippines. What's the fragrance with which you experience the most feral reactions from? Oh, man, niche and designer? Shit. With designer, okay, I'm not including private blends. I'm not going to include private blends. With designer, La Nuit de l'Homme went crazy. La Nuit de l'Homme, Spice Bomb Extreme, and Dior Homme 2020. Bangers. On the niche side, the niche ones were the ones that got the even wilder reaction. So yes, the designer ones, they go crazy, right? But the niche ones took it to the next level. Those fragrances were Salt and Pepper. It was... you know what? No, not that one. Not that one. Salt and Pepper was a big one. Elysium was huge. Because y'all, I mean, before Aqua Oud and that came in, you know how much I was talking about Salt and Pepper. Like, as a masculine fragrance, that thing puts it down. Like, I would be at the club with that scent, and like, Women were loving it. They were loving it. And I remember I got a DM from this guy that follows me. He's like, Melissa, I blind bought Salt and Pepper, and I went out with my guys to a club. We were all wearing like our colognes, and my friends at the end of the night were asking me what I was wearing because the girls were only going up to him and being like, you smell so good. Oh my God, what are you wearing? Like flirting with him in front of his friends. And then his friends were just like, yo, bro, like, what are you wearing? Because, like, you know, so they're like trying to like take his scent. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Salt and pepper, one of those things that to the masculine nose, you might not care for. You might not be interested in, but to the feminine nose, it's a different story. That's the same way it is with Versace Bright Crystal for women. When they wear it, like when I know femmes that wear it and they're just like, I don't get it. It's forgettable. But bring that around somebody that is attracted to women, it's game over. It's so good. Thoughts on Versace Blue? I don't remember Coach Men, but Dylan Blue by Versace is a very good versatile fragrance. I have a lot of love for that scent. It is a no-brainer scent, and it's one of the first ones I recommend to any guy looking for versatility on a budget. And when I say on a budget, yeah, 40 something dollars might not sound like a budget to a lot of people, but in terms of designer scents, that's a pretty good price. So, do I like the Dior Private Blend? Yeah, I do. I like Ombre Nuit. Spice Mama Stream is still Pound Town certified. It is. It definitely is. Once it's certified, it doesn't get taken off that list. Like with my Pound Town videos, like I haven't made some in a minute, just because like I didn't want to overly sexualize certain content because I realized I was like, you know, I started this as like a queer woman's channel, and then more like straight men started catching on to it, and then I was just like, okay, I don't want to be that would give me the ick if majority of my audience are mainly guys and I'm talking about Pound Town sort of stuff. I don't want to do that, you know what I mean? But on these lives, I'm gonna let you know what goes, because that thing goes, all right? My natural scent has been described smelling like home. One of the Old Spice good scent. I'm trying to think of Molecule 1. Yeah, try Molecule 1. Molecule 2 is like an ambroxan-based fragrance, so you can give that a shot. I'm Turkish. What time is it there? I have no idea right now. On these lives, I can't see the time. So, Dylan Blue has grown on me. Dylan Blue is just so easy to love. I mean, the only hate that you'll find with that fragrance is just people saying it's basic. But at the end of the day, is it really hate when something is popular and everybody likes it? Because that's basically what basic means. Is that, oh my gosh, everybody would like it. So at the end of the day, is that really bad? No. OGs here know about the Pound Town scents. Yeah, man. If I had to, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. It's only going to be for you 34 people on this live. If I were to tell you what the Pound Town scents are right now, the new ones, I will start with the feminine ones. Meliora. Rose Blanche. So Meliora by Parfums de Marly. Rose Blanche by Precious Liquid. I would go Versace Bright Crystal, such a banger. Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. Sea Intense, the Black Bottle, by Armani. No, not that one. Angel Share by Kilian. Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. Delina by Parfums de Marly. Like Turquoise Water by Precious Liquid. That one's so good. On the masculine side, we're talking Blue Agave by Precious Liquid. Elysium by Raja Parfums. Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. La Nuit de l'Homme by YSL. Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. I'm still gonna I will put Oud Wood on. I'm not Oud. Well, yep, I'm putting Oud Wood, Aqua Oud on there for sure. Did I say Spice Bomb Extreme already? I don't know if I said it. Did I say it? Dior Homme 2020. So good. Like, so freaking good. Skipping questions. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everybody's questions. What was your question? I don't see anything. I don't see anything. Do you think creating an exclusive version of Carlisle would take it to the next level? Honestly, I'm happy with where Carlisle's at. It's already too much of a beast mode scent for me, so I hardly wear it anymore. Spirito of Roja. I haven't tried that. You love Don't Be Shy, but can't wear it because it's not marketed as unisex. Bro, please. Oh my God, don't be that person. You know what? No. You can be that person. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. It is, first of all, Love Don't Be Shy is marketed as a unisex fragrance. But this is the stuff that gets me when people say, I love this fragrance so much, Melissa, but I'm not going to buy it because it says for women, or I'm not going to buy it because it says for men. When you're walking around in public, your ass isn't carrying the bottle that you're wearing where it says for men or for women here while people are smelling you. Nobody cares. Nobody knows that stuff. If you like the smell of it, even when people come into your room, nobody's going to be like, oh, what are you doing over there? Like, if they try to clown on you, it's like, who cares? Who cares? No one is really going to be coming into your space like that unless you let them. So if you love a scent and you're just like, I'm not going to get it because it's not marketed as unisex, come on. It's just juice at the end of the day. But to answer your question, it is a unisex fragrance. It is unisex. If you're 18, just get Versace Eros, to be honest. Yeah, but I like Dylan Blue better than Eros. What up? How's it going? How's it going? Delina is, yeah, that's Danger Zone right there. That's a very good fragrance. Have I smelled Cartier? No, haven't. Parfums de Marly is an amazing niche brand, not gonna lie. Parfums de Marly is probably my most recommended niche brand to people. Like, it's the brand I personally don't wear, but I know when I recommend it, people are gonna love it. Like, I am not consuming and using a lot of Parfums de Marly. You know how much I love Carlisle and stuff, but I don't touch it because it's always hot here. The brand that I use the most is Precious Liquid. The one I recommend the most is Parfums de Marly. And also I think that knowing, like, with my audience growing and stuff, people are big on, people like to say, oh, I like to get things for myself, but people are big on the opinions of others. And I'm not saying compliment factor. I'm saying, like, even popularity wise, right? Like, let's take a brand like Virtus Pears or Precious Liquid, right? Like, I've had people say, Melissa, you're the only person I've heard really talking about this brand. I don't know if I trust it and stuff like that. And the thing is, if you don't trust it, that's totally fine. But if I say something like Raja or Parfums de Marly, because a lot of other people have talked about it, more people are inclined to be like, okay, yeah, I'll give this a shot. And I get it. There's strength in numbers and stuff like that. But for all you people that are going for that unique route, because everyone always talks to me about wanting the sleeper scent. They want something nobody else knows, nobody else is wearing. So those are the fragrances I wear. But the ones I will recommend will be just for that I don't wear are Parfums de Marly, easily. Can't go wrong with Carlisle Layton. You can't. My go-to is Burberry for women, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Nice. I love Light Blue Intense for women. It is super sexy. If you were to create your own fragrance, what type would it be? No, it wouldn't be anything spicy or sweet. I might make a sweet one, but I would go Fresh and Clean for sure. No, I don't use that fragrance anymore as much. No, I haven't tried the new Elysium cologne. It's supposed to be the best dupe on the market. Y'all, I mean, I have videos on certain dupes of fragrances, but I have yet to smell a dupe that made me go, wow. Like, it's always been a letdown for me, so I'm not, like, itching to try dupes. The thing is, if you haven't tried Elysium and you try that dupe, you probably would really like it. But coming from me, someone that has used so much of Elysium because I love that fragrance, if there's a dupe and it's lackluster, I'm not going to care for it, you know? Have I ever tried Born in Roma for men? I think I have. It's like yellowish juice with, like, the bumpy bottle. It was pretty forgettable. Valentino fragrances have never really been forefront bangers to me. What about Xerjoff in general? I mean, well, Xerjoff is a brand that I can easily recommend to people, but I don't like the brand Xerjoff as much. Naxos is a superstar, but everything else is, like, not, like, when people are like, what about Renaissance? What about Alexandria too? Like, they just fall so flat to me. I don't really like them. You know what I mean? Again, and even with Initio, people ask me a lot of questions about Initio, but I would still recommend Parfums de Marly over them to other people. yeah. So, can you recommend any niche fragrance for me? I'm 18 years old. Turquoise water. Turquoise water, or if you want a good transitional fragrance, no, turquoise water is fire. But blue agave, the new blue agave, is a banger. It's like, if you're in college or whatever, because I could tell you right, I remember exactly what college smells like. But in college, it's Dior Sauvage. It's like Dior Sauvage's like holy ground. You know what I'm saying? So like any niche fragrance, well, like Leighton and stuff are getting up there, but blue agave, trust me, if you're going to these college parties, you're doing whatever it is, and you want to be the one smelling different, but you want to be wearing the fragrance that everybody else wish they had because you're getting all the attention, blue agave. The new blue agave is a banger. I feel the same with Naxos. The main character, everything else, just decent. That's how I am with a majority of niche brands, which is why for me, when I see a brand that I'm like, oh shoot, I like more than 4 of their fragrances, and I stand by them, that's a huge thing for me. Like, what the only brands that have really done that for me are Parfums de Marly, Precious Liquid, YSL, and I mean, even Louis Vuitton, maybe 3 cents. No, I'll say Louis Vuitton, but other ones just haven't really done it. You know, it's the party house going. Edition Blanche worth buying. If you like Chanel, then yeah, but it's yeah. For a teenager, I would go with Elysium if you can afford it. Yeah, but Elysium's like a $330 fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. Blue agave you can get for $235, but again, you asked for niche, so yeah, that's true. You can absolutely get Elysium if you want to, but yeah, don't be getting shit like red tobacco though, because you'll be dropping money then being like, huh, nobody likes what I smell like. And yeah, I would love if you made a video about unisex Pound Town fragrances. I won't make any more Pound Town videos because of how my demographic is. If most of my demographic were queer women, then I would, but because they're straight men, I don't want to be, it just comes across a bit icky for me knowing my demographic on this. If my demographic, if it changes slightly, then I would consider it, but I don't want to have that attachment with it. But like I said, I literally said if I were to make a video, I just listed like 10 for the feminine side, 10 for the masculine side like 5 minutes ago. People keep putting the designer fragrances in the dirt, but I'd rather take some of them over the niche fragrances. LV, YSL, Dior are so good in their private blends. Yeah. Y'all, designer fragrances, bang. They're the very first ones I recommend to people that know me in person. It's just that online I get a lot of questions about niche fragrances because, again, people want to be different, right? But I do not hate on designer fragrances. They are there for a reason, and they're easy to love. The straight men get weird in the comments sometimes. Yeah, Samantha, that's why I don't want to have... Well, before my content, it was very to the point, like, there was definitely, like, some sexual things in there because, you know, I was having that relatability with queer women, but because it's majority straight men, I just don't... I don't want to be seeing that. It's different, and you get it. The guys might not understand it, or the guys that... There are going to be guys that hear me say that, and they totally get it. But you and I understand that it's like, I don't want to be doing that. Is Precious Liquid blue agave? Yeah. Samantha, yes, it's cringe. Yeah. What about the Harmonious fragrances? I've only tried one, and it smelled like an English teacher that didn't know how to convert PDF files. I can't remember the name of it. It was a white bottle. In my opinion, recent designers all smell the same, which is why I turned to niche lately. Old standard designers hit different. Well, it depends, right? With the ones that you're going to see in the front of the stores, they're all going to have that typical, like, this is more common actually with the men's side of things, where it's like blue fragrances, like YEDP, like Sauvage, like Bleu de Chanel. On the feminine side, there's like, you know, you got people experimenting with the Jo Malones now, with the Maison Margielas, with, you know, if you want more of that powdery old vibe, you can go with Chanel, but YSL has Libre, you know what I mean? There's more of a range, but with the guys, I mean, I can kind of understand that. Which Elysium is the best one? The one I have, man. Armani is your favorite designer brand. Nice. Armani has bangers. Like I said, See Intense is a banger. Armani Code is a banger. What's the other one? Stronger With You, but that's Emporio Armani. It's still Armani. Yeah. Have you tried Terre de Hermes? That one? No. I'm gonna show you, man. I know these dudes are weird. Yeah. And y'all know exactly the type that I'm talking about. And it's weird because it's like, I think majority of people know my sexuality with like my followers and stuff, especially. I mean, I'm very open with it. But then sometimes like people are in that comment section and they like fetishize it. You know, especially like when I did have a girlfriend and stuff, like people were just like really weird and it was almost like they were trying to have their own fantasies play out and I didn't want to give them visuals of stuff. Again, it'd be different if my audience were queer, we're just women in general. Because there's like a funny relatability to it. But with a lot of the guys, it's like they try to insert themselves in this fantasy and it makes me sick. So that's why I don't do it. Which Maison Margiela would attract a lot of women? Jazz Club, and this is the sleeper. Is it At the Barbershop? At the Barbers. That's the sleeper fragrance. Yeah, because, man, let me tell you, that scent, it's one of those fragrances to the masculine nose, you're gonna be like, well, yeah, it smells like a barbershop, smells like aftershave. But to the feminine nose, it is a sleeper, bro. It's so good. I need unisex fragrances. It's not that I have toxic masculinity, totally not. Hate masculine fragrances, but I will have problems with my family if I wear fragrances that are marketed to women. No, I get that. Unisex fragrances, honestly, you're safe with niche. You are safe, like, for the most part, because with niche things, like, let me show you this, right? Boom. Virtus Paris Chaos, Eau de Parfum. Where here do you see for men or for women? A lot of niche brands don't put that. They don't have that because they want anybody to try their fragrances, which is why I'm telling you, like, if you do get things from, like, I don't even think Delina has that listed on there. You know, like, with Aqua Oud or Turquoise Water, it's not going to show that there. It just has the name of the brand, EDP, you know? Why does my Naxos bottle look so bright? Other ones look dark. I don't know. I'm going to meet my girlfriend's parents for the first time. Should I buy Blue Agave or La Nuit? Ooh, it's in North CA. Okay, so La Nuit is great, but it's not a summertime fragrance. La Nuit is like a it's like a superpower scent in certain situations. Like you're going on date nights, you're trying to be intimate with somebody. La Nuit will put it down, right? Blue Agave is the more versatile fragrance between the two. But it's like double the price. But again, it's big, like much better longevity. Everything about it in terms of longevity, projection, scent trail is better than La Nuit de l'Homme. But La Nuit is still fantastic. Completely up to you on what you choose. In California, I will say, well, you're going to Northern California, so it's different. Because here in Southern California, people do like wearing more fragrances, so designers are more commonly smelled. So if you are going for the unique impression sort of route, I would say Blue Agave for sure. But either will work. Thoughts on Mugler and Alien and Angel? Oh man, I don't like either of those fragrances. Between those two, I'll go Angel though. Is that a Pound Town fragrance? Oh hell yeah. Yes, it is. Why do you think Hobdon is so under the radar compared to other PDM scents? Because it's not as... It's pretty obvious. It could be memorable, but there's nothing really... It doesn't have the superstar quality about it that Leighton or Carlisle have that you smell and you're like, oh, it's something that, like, you know, niche heads would smell and just take their time with. But most people out here, like, they're not here trying to macerate their fragrances. They're not here trying to really grow and get into the scent. They want something that off the bat, it smells good, you know? So Hobdon, I mean, it's good, but it's mid. To me. Okay. Roja Elysium or Blue Agave version 2. Damn. I love Elysium. I've gotten so much, like, you know how much I love Elysium. If you're talking recommendations for you, I am going to go Blue Agave just because of all the comments I receive from people that get Elysium that complain about poor performance and a high price point. All right, that is always something that gets people is longevity, and they feel like they like the scent, but oh my God, you drop $300 on something that doesn't last as well on your skin. And of course, that's always something disappointing. So in that sense, I would say go Blue Agave because we're talking over 8 hours of performance, doubled concentration from the OG, easy to love. And if you haven't seen, and like I'll just put it out there, if you want it for $40 off, I have a discount code Melissa40. You don't have to use it. You don't have to plug it in if you don't want to support the channel. But if you want $40 off, it's there. All right, if not, totally cool. And I feel the need to always disclose that because people try to get smart with it, or they're like, oh yeah, so you're getting paid to talk about this, aren't you? It's like, it's not a sponsored video. If you want to support, I would get commission if you use my code, but if you don't want to use it, you know, you don't gotta use it. It's all good. Kilian is so nice. Love that brand. It's a good brand. 300 designer fragrances or 30 niche. 30 niche. I will always go the more minimalistic route. And if you ask me the question, 30 designer fragrances or 300 niche, probably 30 designer fragrances. I don't know. I just feel like the niche scents that you guys see me talk about that I love are so far and few in comparison to what I try. I dislike more niche scents than designer scents. I think that, but I love, like, the thing is, it's polarizing, whereas designer, it fits in that sandbox. It's not going to be too unique, too complex, where it's going to piss anybody off. It's safe. With niche, I don't like 99% of the niche fragrances I try. But when I love a niche scent, I don't shut up about it. I will go to town on that scent. There's a lot of people recommending Nautica Voyage as the best summer fragrance. I don't know what's so special about it. It's not about being so special, guys, about the fragrance. It's a cheapie. You got to remember, TikTok is a place where a majority of the audience are the younger demographic. These are students. I hope to God they're not just going to spend $500 on a fragrance. They want something that's like $25. So, like, you have to remember that. Can't just be like, well, I don't see what's special. But of course, a $25 fragrance isn't going to seem special, but it's going to be usable and it's going to be affordable for the people that need it. All right. Got to think big, think big. Best summer scent is a reach though. It's called SEO, Brandon, search engine optimization. When people and creators, even myself, right? I just posted a video, best sexy fragrances, because I know that, yes, these are sexy fragrances, but anybody that watches that can say, these aren't the best. Anybody can put their opinion on that. So there's no such thing as really the best, but it's things that people search for and they want. And for me, these are the best. So that's what I like. You're amazing. You're amazing. Have I tried Royal Crown fragrances? I have. Best niche fragrance for all year round. Cedral Posay is a good masculine one. Delina, a good feminine one. My favorite right now, which is my scent of the day, is Aqua Oud. Aqua Oud is so good. Is Salt and Pepper a nighttime or a daytime scent? Both. Both. I think now that I've tried Turquoise Water and Blue Agave, I will say that Salt and Pepper would shine better, like, towards more of the evening time. You could still wear it in warm weather. You still can, but there's something about it. Like, let's say you're going to go clubbing, or you're going to a bar, you're going to a lounge. Those are the type of places that people who blind bought it off my videos have been DMing me about. They're like, oh, I wore it here. I wore it on this boat, like this evening trip. People were going nuts. So those, like, that type of environment is where it's been shining. So why do you hate Jeremy Fragrance? I don't hate Jeremy Fragrance. Hell no. I don't hate anybody. Come on now. I should emphasize, I don't hate any fragrance reviewers. Feminine designer scent you recommend for everyday use. Versace Bright Crystal is so good. It's fire. Honestly, Aqua de Joya is good too. Light Blue Intense, also fire. Best Mancera fragrance that's not Cedral Posay. I don't have one. Mancera is another one of those houses that, I mean, you could do Instant Crush if you want to. But let's see. Do you think blue agave can be used year-round? Sorry for all the questions, but I like your answers the best. Yes, it can. The older one, more of a summer spring scent, just because the longevity is a little bit more lacking, but because they doubled the concentration, it's kind of how I am with Cedroit Posay. That Cedroit Posay is known to be a summer springtime fragrance, right? Because it's more of a fresh DNA, but it has strength to it that I've worn that on the rainiest days, the coldest days when I've needed that ray of sunshine. Blue agave is very similar in that way. It's not as beast mode as Cedroit Posay is, but you will still be able to smell it because the concentration is doubled. Your fragrance is so hypocritical, not gonna lie, genuinely pissed me off, no hate though. I don't watch his videos, but he was kind enough that he gave me a couple of his fragrances, and I gave very honest reviews of them. I think it's like anybody that gets to that level with their platforms that they accumulate millions of followers, people are either going to love or they're going to hate, right? And I think that he's done well in a sense of keeping himself very relevant. I know that I've been getting a lot of TikTok comments about him, and I guess he's popping off on TikTok. Like TikTok is his bread and butter right now. Apparently so. And you know, like, good for him. Good for him. I am not going to, like, I've had people, I've seen comments on my videos where, like, coming from other fragrance people that try to go the direction of hating on my channel to get more followers and stuff like that. And that's how some people like to do things, but for me, that's just not my cup of tea. I think that there's a lot of room at the table, everybody can eat. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, I want all the food and I'm not going to share it. Like, the internet is so big, we can have millions of fragrance reviewers, and it's all good to me. Is Royal Oud worth it? I tried that scent. That was a middle-aged man's type of fragrance for sure. Why does she skip my question? Brian, I can't see. I am seeing so many questions. I haven't tried, oh, Danger is ass. But I haven't tried Dolce & Gabbana the One Gold, so I can't say. I can't say. Love your channel, thank you. Keep up the great content. Thoughts on Louis Vuitton men's fragrances? I only really like, well, Montsante is good. Afternoon Swim is more unisex in my opinion. That's my favorite. But like Imagination and stuff, I haven't tried Ombre Nomad, so I can't really speak on it. They're okay. Red Tobacco's too intense for you. Yeah. Best town, Pound Town, first choice. Shit. For me, it's gonna be Aqua Oud. For y'all, it's gonna be Blue Agave, for sure. What fragrance all year round would you recommend for me? Unisex that's giving elegant and sexy. Something you see Nicki Minaj wearing. Oh, that's the Barbie. That is the oh man, you were saying unisex. I was like, that's Barbie, so I have to give her Delina. But Nicki Minaj, man, yeah, like that. Like when I think of her, I think pink. So I thought Delina, and she would smell fantastic with Delina. No, Instant Crush is too a unisex fragrance. See, with Nicki Minaj, I don't see a unisex scent. I see feminine, like a more feminine fragrance. So I would have to think about that. Which fragrance is safe and has a pleasant smell? I'm in a school environment. Why EDP? That's safe by YSL. It's fine to not associate with them, but the hate train is just unbearable. Like there's really no reason to be hateful. Yeah. That's common, I think, with every niche, whether it's fragrance, baseball cards, painting. There's always gonna be people that have the hate train, and that's just the part of life. You know what I mean? So as much as it can be irritating to see, sometimes I just do my best to be like, I know a majority of people don't think like this, and majority of people are smart and loving. Very expensive for a clone, for a dupe. I hope the hype is worth it. I just heard about that fragrance now, so I hope it's worth it too. So, thoughts on the Chanel? Okay. Ooh, Mon Paris. Good blind buy fragrance. Very easy to gift. Strawberry-esque type of scent. Not my favorite though. I think Mon Guerlain EDP is better. And I think that Libre is better. Aqua Blue and it's called Aqua Oud. Aqua Oud is the one I wear. Blue Agave is the one I would suggest for y'all. If you want a more masculine one, that is. So you can give that a shot. Like I've said before, it's only available for my followers for the next 2 weeks, those fragrances. Before the general public and these other big brands get their hands on those new scents. Y'all are going to be the first ones to try it. You get the first original batch of it. I just get so many comments, y'all, where like people are like, Melissa, talk on about this reformulation. I hear it's reformulated. I wish I had the vintage bottle. Like people always talking about needing vintage. So yeah, if you're that type of person that wants the first batch, the OG stuff, then for the next 2 weeks is for you. You know what I mean? So you can take advantage of that, get that $40 off if you want to. Thoughts on Oud Satin Mood? It's a pass. I don't like that fragrance. And without necessarily seeing Nicki Minaj. A unique unisex signature scent. Elegant. My sister said Blue Agave. That's a bit more masculine. Turquoise Water is fun, but not elegant. You can do Oceania by Raja Parfums. It's not like the elegant scents aren't typically elegant scents are more. Well, I mean, you can do like honestly, it's super easy. You can just go with like another 13 by Le Labo. You could just it's anybody can wear it. I don't find it as sexy, to be honest, but it's just like it's like a shy introvert type of fragrance. Let's see. What do you think of ombre leather? I don't know what situation to use it for. I don't use it. It's a good leather fragrance, but at the same time, I'm not the biggest leather fan. So that's kind of the issue here. But if you want to wear it, absolutely go do that. But why would you want to know what Nicki wears? Why not? If they want to have that similar vibe to Nicki, what's wrong with that? That's the Barbie. Creed Aventus for her any good? Yeah, it is. Creed Aventus for her bangs. Do you have a limit to the number of fragrances you'd like to own or not really? You're just chill having thousands in the future? I don't really have a limit. I get brands and stores that reach out to me that are like, Melissa, you want these fragrances? And I'm just like, sure. And I will give you guys my honest opinion of them. So, and like I said, when I have people that I know their birthdays are coming up or graduations and they want to smell good, I'm like, I'm gonna give them this fragrance. So, bought the Forsentina chain after watching your video. It's stunning, right? It's a good one. Oud Symphony for, ooh. You might have hit that shit on the head, Samantha. Yeah. Because that is like, that's a bold scent. Oud Symphony is not a faint of heart type of fragrance. It is elegant. It is sexy, but it's bold. It's not gonna be like the type of fragrance that you go under the radar with or that people are not gonna pay attention to. It makes itself known. So you have to be the type of person that's able to carry that. Better to have and not need than to need and not have. Man, that's what all those insurance guys say. Am I right? Let's see. You tried House of Oud? No. Hi. Hair so beautiful and healthy. Don't diet. Yeah, I don't plan a diet. Thank you. If you only had to pick one for summer, one for winter, one for spring, unisex. Honestly, my answer to that is Aqua Oud, because it goes for all of that. Like, I've been using Aqua Oud this summer, like since July. That's gonna be my fragrance till August, even in September. I just know it because it's a strong, fresh fragrance, and the oud in it is beautiful to me. So that is my answer, and it is a unisex fragrance. So there it is, Mo. There it is. Longevity of Salt and Pepper, Blue Agave, and Aqua Oud. Salt and Pepper probably has the weakest longevity between the three, just because new Blue Agave did not come to play. If we're talking old Blue Agave, then Salt and Pepper would supersede it. Salt and Pepper is, on my skin, it's still noticeable at that 8-hour mark, but that's not going to be how it is for everybody. I would say that like 7 6-7 hours noticeable. Then it would go blue agave, then aqua oud. Aqua oud, again, it has oud in it. And we all know oud is a powerful note. So that would be literally, oh, so you're talking the longevity. Yeah, blue agave over 8 hours. Aqua oud will push past 8 hours for sure. I'm even going to say over 10 hours. I'm going to look into Oud Symphony. Never heard of it. I made videos on that fragrance like last year, if you want to take a look at it. That one's from Precious Liquid, like not a part of their newer releases, but their older ones. But that's a unique scent. Okay, it's not like, it's not a summery fragrance. That's definitely more of like a cold weather scent. Baccarat Rouge Extrait, so much better than the original to me. Are they beast mode? Aqua oud could be, but the thing is, it's not beast mode to a point that it pisses you off. Like Oud Satin Mood is beast mode, but Aqua oud is noticeable, but it's not like in your face to a point where everyone's like, holy shit, does this person have no self-awareness? Why are they clogging up the whole room with their scent? You know what I'm saying? You should get a sample pack of that down. Have I tried Golden Sand? No. Hi. Worth the price, haven't tried that fragrance, so I don't know. The thing is, in general, whenever people ask me, is it worth the price? It's like, it's all dependent on you, all right? Because I have people subscribed here that drop $500, $600 on a fragrance because they don't look at the price tag. I got people that are like, anything over 300, I'm not buying. And then I have people that are like, $50? What the hell? And they get upset, so. Let's see. I said hello. Hi, how's it going? You're welcome. You are welcome. Let me know what you think. But yeah, again, not for the faint of heart. It's really not like, don't think it's like, oh, super mass appealing. It does have, it's a noticeable scent. It does have somewhat of mass appeal, but it's more of a bold scent for sure. Okay, last question. Have I tried Barber Elixir Blue? I have not. I have not. All right, y'all. That'll probably do it. In case I'm just gonna say it anyways, whether people get upset or not. Because I'm getting a lot of questions about the Precious Liquid scents. If you do want them for a discounted rate, I get $40 off with you get $40 off with my code Melissa40. All right, so you go on the brand's website, and then when you're on the brand's website, click the limited collection, and then pick whatever fragrance there that you're interested in, and then Melissa40, if you're in the States, you get free shipping too. All right, if you want to support the channel. If not, it's totally cool. You don't have to do it, but if you want to, you can. How long is that active? I think the code will stay active, but the exclusivity of it being just available to you guys ends in 2 weeks. So that's what I was saying, is that right now, the 3 fragrances that I've been talking about, they are only available to my followers. So the people that watch my channel, you guys are the only ones seeing this sort of stuff before it gets released to Max Aroma. So in 2 weeks' time, you're going to hear people say, oh, have you heard about the new Precious Liquid scents? And you'll be like, yeah, I heard about it. I actually own the bottle. They'll be like, what? It just happened. Like, we just got them right now. So again, for all of you looking for that OG batch, that's for you. All right? I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. All right? I'll see you later. Thanks so much for the love. Bye.